Puerto Vallarta is considered to be a tropical paradise on Mexico's Pacific coast. It has beautiful beaches, a vibrant culture and world-class food, so it's no surprise that this place draws millions of tourists and of course thousands of people moving here to live full-time, and even snowbirds moving here for a portion of the year in winter. But here's the question I get asked frequently: is Puerto Vallarta safe, and is there a lot of crime here? Hola amigos, Stan Freeman here on my channel Living in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And in my video today, I'll delve into the safety and crime statistics of Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, with local insight and tips to help you live smart and stress-free in this awesome city. First, I wanted to mention that if this is your first time on my channel and you like what you see and hear, please give this and my other videos a like, and please subscribe to my channel below. You know, that really helps me out. So if you're thinking of moving to Puerto Vallarta, whether that's in 9 days, 90 days, or even 9 months, and you want to be the first to know about life and living in Puerto Vallarta, and of course the real estate market here, feel free to reach out to me by text, phone, or email anytime, and I'd be happy to help you make that smooth move to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. So let's do it. I broke this safety and security subject matter down into 7 separate segments, and you're going to want to stick around for segment 7, where I'll give you some key safety tips that you shouldn't miss if you're planning to move and live here, or even if you're just visiting. So here's how I broke it down. So segment 1 is Puerto Vallarta's crime statistics and how they compare to other Mexican and US cities. In segment 2, I talk about the big one, cartel activity in Puerto Vallarta. And in segment 3, media versus reality and the safety narrative. Segment 4 is about policing and public safety measures in Puerto Vallarta. Segment 5 is about the safe and less safe neighborhoods of Puerto Vallarta. Segment 6, I broke it down to the scams to watch out for. And you're definitely going to want to stick around for segment 7, as I mentioned, because I'm going to give you some key safety tips you'd be crazy to ignore. So section 1, to begin, let's talk about what the actual crime stats for Puerto Vallarta are. Numbers don't lie, so let's look at some of the crime statistics for Puerto Vallarta here. According to recent data, as of early 2025, Puerto Vallarta has a crime index of approximately 35.23, which is considered low compared to other Mexican cities. For context, in Mexico, Cancun has a crime index rate of 55, and Mexico City crime rate has an index of 68. In the US, Miami has a crime index of 58.45, and New Orleans stands at 67.34. So you can see a crime index rate of 35.35. Puerto Vallarta is really down that list. The vast majority of crimes reported in Puerto Vallarta fall into the non-violent category. We're talking about petty theft, pickpocketing, and occasional scams, especially in crowded tourist zones. Just take a look at this pie chart. In the pie chart, 70% is petty theft, 20% scams, 5% drug-related incidents, and 5% other. Violent crimes such as assaults or kidnapping are extremely rare, especially in tourist-friendly areas. In fact, Puerto Vallarta consistently ranks among the safest tourist destinations in Mexico. So let's address the elephant in the room: cartels and organized crime in Mexico. Yes, cartel violence does exist in Mexico, especially in certain states like Michoacán, Guerrero, and parts of Sinaloa, or near the US border. But Puerto Vallarta is a very different story. Located in the state of Jalisco, Puerto Vallarta is technically under the influence of organized groups, but the violence you might hear about on the news is almost never directed at tourists. Cartels aren't interested in tourists. Tourism is a major source of income for local economies, and disrupting that would be bad for business for them. Most violent incidences in Jalisco happen far from the city or are part of internal disputes that don't involve the general public. So let's look at section 3, media versus reality and the safety narrative. The truth is, American media often sensationalizes crime in Mexico. You see bold headlines and dramatic stories, but they rarely tell the full story or provide context. It's important to separate isolated incidents from everyday reality. Mexico is a big country, and safety varies widely from region to region, just like in the US. Millions of tourists visit Puerto Vallarta every year without incident, and many expats have lived here for decades, enjoying a peaceful, safe lifestyle. All right, next up, section 4. Let's talk about police and public safety measures. The city has made major strides in improving public safety. Puerto Vallarta has a dedicated tourist police force, officers specially trained to help visitors, and many of them speak basic English. Additionally, you'll see increased police presence in high traffic areas like the Malecon, Zona Romantica, in the marina and in the hotel zone. Local law enforcement has also installed security cameras throughout the city, especially in busier neighbourhoods like these. The result, tourists not only feel safe, they're statistically much safer here than in many cities back home in the US and Canada. So let's talk section 5, safe and less safe neighbourhoods of Puerto Vallarta. Here are some of the safest and most tourist-friendly neighbourhoods in Puerto Vallarta. Number 1 is El Centro, which is the Centro, historic charm, restaurants and art galleries. The Zona Romantica, vibrant, LGBTQ friendly, packed with nightlife. The Hotel Zone, secure, resort heavy, family friendly. Marina Vallarta, upscale, peaceful marina views. On the other hand, while most areas are safe during the day, you might want to avoid wandering into unfamiliar or less lit areas at night, especially those on the outskirts of Puerto Vallarta, like parts of Piteal or areas behind the airport. So section 6, tourist experience and scams to watch out for. Most tourists report overwhelmingly positive experiences, but like any tourist hotspot, there are a few common scams to look out for. Timeshare pressure is one of them. You'll be offered free tours or drinks, so don't be fooled on those. Overpriced taxis. Always ask the price first or use apps like Uber or InDriver. Fake tour operators. Book through reputable companies or your hotel. Bottom line, if a deal sounds too good to be true, it probably is, so don't go there. All right, so let's talk about section 7, and this is the one I wanted you to hang around for. I wanted to give you some key safety tips that you shouldn't skip. So here are 5 simple tips to make your trip smooth and safe. Number 1, avoid flaunting valuables. Keep phones, jewelry and wallets secure. Number 2, use Uber or InDriver. They're safer and more reliable than street taxis, believe it or not. Number 3, stay in well-lit busy areas at night. Number 4, watch your drinks. Never leave them unattended in bars or clubs. Number 5, stay informed, follow local news, or if you're just visiting, ask your local hotel about current events. So, what's the conclusion to all of this? Is Puerto Vallarta actually safe? Yes, like anywhere, there are things to be mindful of, but with basic precautions, you're in for a safe environment to live in almost all of the PV area, or to have a fun, safe and relaxing time on your vacation. Again, please like, subscribe and comment below. And if this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe and drop a comment if you're planning to move to Puerto Vallarta or just come for a visit. Safe travels, and we'll see you in the next video. Hasta luego.